Defender, you know, or a tabletop Defender, that high-pitched sound is pretty much the first thing to start being buffered out. And so now what I'll experience, I'll be in my condo or I'll be out right now. Now the V2K is probably the hardest thing to defend. I used to be able to get it buffered out completely. Now, you know, I can get it to where I hear muffled mumbling, but it never goes away. You know, last night I was in my enclosure. I had my Total Shield, you know, right beside me, and my Q-Wave Defenders on, you know, and my little helmet that I had made with the Walmart bags and tinfoil tape, which is just awesome. That's if you want some relief. Get a little hat like I have on now. Put a Walmart bag over it, and then start wrapping that tinfoil tape around it. You can make a cool little helmet that stays together, that you don't have to worry about. It's not crushed up aluminum. It makes the shape of a helmet, and you know, you can just put it you know, put it on and take it off, and that gives me a lot of relief if they're ever hit me with beams. The worst time for me is when I'm sleeping. I'll wake up and they will, since I'm staying real still, the beams will hit me. They'll put it in, you know, just a couple of spots during the night. But when I'm up and moving about, you know, I may feel a beam like hit me in the middle of the head right here, or on the side of the head, and I'll feel it for, you know, a couple of seconds, maybe like 30 seconds, and then it'll buffer out. Like I'll actually feel the sensation of it kind of dissipating, like the beam will dissipate. And it's because I have this field around me. These Q-Wave Defenders generate a Schumann resonance, solfeggio waves around my body, and they use scalar waves. Now, the scalar wave part of it, because I know scalar waves are used in the directed energy attacks, I'm not sure what kind of neutralizing scalar waves that the Q-Wave Defenders use, but it does counteract, you know, what they're shooting at me. So I just wanted to, and it actually does, guys. This is a fact. This stuff does, when they are remote neural monitoring me. I've had times when Q-Wave Defenders would go out, or a period of time when they had really pumped it up, and they'd be able to overlay an image that I could not think around. Like I would try and think of other stuff or whatever, and you know, I could not. That overlaid image would just stay there. Now, right now, I have, you know, so many Q-Wave Defenders on. I have 6 across my chest, and then 3 in my pockets. And so maybe they'll remote neural monitor or use synthetic telepathy of phrase or something like that, and it'll go real quick. It'll come in and go out, unlike a regular thought. So I'm able to differentiate even better what is remote neural monitoring, synthetic telepathy, and what is not. So these things, please experiment. If you have the money to experiment with defenses, please try Ultera whole house plugs. If you're in your house a lot, please put them around where you sleep, because they're so cheap and they're so powerful. They use your wall's wiring to defend you. You know, I wouldn't tell y'all, I mean, y'all know me. Y'all know me, guys. I don't ask for money. I don't have a GoFundMe page. You know, the Audio Spotlight Project, I really want y'all to donate to, but I don't ask for money, and I know the dire situation that we're in. You know, I may not tell y'all, you know, if you're really strapped for cash, I'm not going to say go out and buy a Q-Wave Defender. And these are just suggestions anyway. But the Ultera whole house plugs, guys, I would say go out and buy 2 right away. No matter what your money situation, get $100 together, get on Amazon, and get two Ultera whole house plugs. Like, for any target individual that is experiencing any electronic harassment, I'd say do that. Do that. That is actually not some kind of advice, take it or leave it. It's $100 for something that could change your life. And you could, I mean, it's not expensive, and it's the strongest defense. You know, and the young man was asking me about, you know, how do you defend yourself when you go out? Well, the Q-Wave Defenders are what, you know, I defend myself with when I go out. And now I'm kind of at a point where, you know, I've gotten so many plates. I think I've kind of done that. Like, I don't think it would be financially feasible to keep going with that. I think what I have now is going to be, I have 19 of them. 18 plus one Sentinel, which is the briefcase that you carry around. You know, and I do want to experiment, because I think I could get 2 plates in here with car adapters, and then the Sentinel working too. But right now I'm at the point where, you know, I've got plugs, you know, in most every outlet in my condo, because I've built up over 3 years. Like, this wasn't all one day I said I'm gonna buy thousands of dollars worth of equipment. I just kept doing it, kept building my little defensive arsenal. So you just build it. You start off small. I think as target individuals, and I do this too, I'm like, you know, I want something that just works immediately, and it's just like, it takes this away. And if I can't find that, then nothing works. And that's not how this works. That's not how defending for this works. Defending this works is you buy 2 Ultera whole house plugs. You wait a couple of weeks, or you wait a week, and then you get a little bit of a difference there, and then you keep building your defenses, because we have not found anything that's just gonna totally wipe this targeting out. So I want to tell y'all how it's worked for me, and how it does work. They're still hitting me. I mean, this is military directed energy, so they are able to still hurt me when I sleep. But, you know, right now I'm not getting hit in the chest, because I remember 3 years ago or 2 years ago, when I just started building up my defenses, and they could hit me in the chest in the car, even a couple of weeks or even a couple of months ago, where they could hit me in the chest, and it would send shocks up my neck. Like, it would feel like I was, almost having a heart attack. And so it's like, now I've figured out a way, because I've gotten Q-Wave defenders. Then I said, well, having 2 around the neck, it isn't enough. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get a little safety pin, and I'm going to put one, up by my neck where they're hitting me. I'm going to put it closer to that area, because it'll put a total field around your body. But the closer you put it to the area where you're hurting, the more strength at the center it's going to have. So I just want to tell you how it's done. You want to kind of build up small things, and even if they don't work, like my total shield doesn't just knock this stuff out, but I put my total shield with, and I get under my enclosure, or I don't want to call it an enclosure, my little sleeping area, and, I have the plates behind me, all that, and then the Q-Wave defenders on, and I've built this up over time. So all that stuff comes together, and it ends up defending me very well. Unless I'm prone for just, last night I slept for 10 hours, which I said I wasn't going to do. And they were able to, I woke up with a headache on both sides. But when I'm up and about, it takes me about an hour, maybe an hour and a half to kind of get back on my feet, get it shaken off, get the negativity shaken off. I remember when I used to wake up just thinking the most awful thoughts to these people, and now I wake up and I'm kind of depressed. I'll think thoughts that kind of surprise me, like, wow, this is so horrible, and just things that aren't like me. But then after a while, I'm going, I'm getting up and I'm going. So you're really right at this point. It's not an either or thing. It's not okay, there's nothing to defend it, let's give up on that and just positive thinking. It's not just that, and it's not, hey, we found something that you just buy this one thing and that's it. It's a balance. It's a balance. And the positive thinking and how you react to the world is very important. But if you add that with some defenses that buffer this stuff out and give your body a little bit of a boost against it, and you add that with your positive thinking, and supplements, it's everything, guys. That's my point. It's everything. So you can't just say, oh, well, this is the most important thing. And you know, nobody does that. I hear target individuals, they're very intelligent about this stuff. It's just, I just want to make that point. If I'm making a point right now, it's everything. It's supplements, eating right, keeping hydrated, clearing the toxins out of your body with Epsom salt baths, niacin, things like that. Getting little defenses that can give you a little bit of an edge over this stuff, and then your mind can take it the rest of the way. You can be positive and react to this stuff okay, and you can have a good day. Maybe go out with a friend and have lunch, or go to a movie, and then that's going to make you more positive. So I want y'all to maybe just go back and take a look at my video, A Thin Red Line. There's a thin line between getting a good day and then having a cycle of positivity, and then that thin line can be taken the other way, where it's like you're getting hit and you keep going in this negative cycle. So it really is a thin red line. I'm just telling y'all, this is like not a guess because of the way that it's been so long with my attackers. It's not a guess that these defenses work, that Q-Wave personal defenders work. It's not a guess. They do work. It's not a guess that these Ultera whole house plugs work. They do work. The tabletop defenders do work. What it is it's like, okay, it's tons of money for just a little bit of defense. So then I say, okay, well, what is the defense that is not tons of money for a good amount of defense? Ultera whole house plugs. I'd say that is a tourniquet for TIs. I would say go out and get that. If you're trying to go past the aluminum or copper mesh, or things that you have to stay like under to get those benefits, then I would say, Ultera whole house plugs. Get 2 of those. If you have a little bit of money, and I know we're strapped for cash, I would just really recommend, getting a Q-Wave defender and getting 2 Ultera whole house plugs. Start out, and then see how that works. Wait a couple of weeks. Be patient. This energy, this directed energy, is a lot more powerful and works a lot more quickly than the defenses that we can get. So you've got to be patient with it. Like, I just got a new Q-Wave defender about a week ago, and I didn't really feel that much of a difference at first. But gradually, I'm starting to feel a huge difference, because it's as you have them all on and they're kind of combining their strength, you're feeling more of a defense. So we have to be patient, and you've got to realize that it's not just going to be like, boom, that's it, that's the secret, and it's making me feel, just that changes everything, because we're not at that point yet. But if you keep adding to it, and you're able to, it's really worth it, because then you can go out and enjoy life. You can actually go out and keep a job. You can, when these people do weird stuff to you, you don't have the negative reaction that's gonna dogpile on you and bring you into that cycle. So I really want to convey that. If I hear anybody who says the technology's too advanced and you can't defend against it, you can get stuff to put on you, but none of the electronic stuff works. Boom, they're wrong. I don't care why they're wrong. I mean, they may not know about it or whatever, but they're wrong. They're wrong. I know they're wrong. And that's a definitive. I'm not, y'all know how I pussyfoot around things. Like, I'm like, oh, well, this or that. Nope. No, electronic defenses do work. They do work. And there ain't no mistaking it. No mistake. And I will, anybody who says I'm wrong, please comment. Please tell me I'm wrong or whatever, and I will talk to you about it. But I am sure of it. I've experimented with this stuff through years, and I am sure of it, and it has been worth it. It's a gulp. It's a gulp, and like, I'm spending $250 on a Q-Wave defender. My family thinks I'm crazy for doing that. They actually, my dad, when I got my disability money, he was like, oh, well, that's not coming straight to us, because he was very worried that I was going to buy some of this stuff to protect myself. Not because he's this bad, evil guy, but because he's somebody who doesn't think this is going on. He thinks I'm nuts. But to